All right, so now that you know how to draw from a holster, I want to give you just a couple of drills that you can do at home that doesn't cost hardly any money. We're gonna be using some snap caps here, which are basically just inert rounds. Snap cap is a brand, but if you just Google snap cap, you will find a lot of these. I think I got 10 of these for 20 bucks or 20 for 10 bucks, something like that. They're pretty cheap and they basically never wear out. These ones are like stainless steel. And I want to be able to save you money so you don't have to go to the range to practice all of your body mechanics and your reloads and, you know, presenting, drawing from concealed carry position. All of these things, all these body mechanics can be done at home. Most hours, in my opinion, should not be spent at the range firing live ammunition. They should be at home rehearsing and practicing just the movements. The only thing you need to go to the range for with live ammunition is to get used to the recoil. That's pretty much it, and see where your target placement is. Now we even have, you know, lasers that you can put in your barrel that will show you where your shot placement is, or if you need to do multiple rounds at a time where you're firing to see where your target, where your round placement is hitting. So I want to go over just a few things here, and we'll just go over the presenting, drawing, and all of that stuff. So the main thing that I want you to practice is drawing from a concealed carry position and presenting. Now, what I do is I actually take a sticky note and I put a black circle on it, and I'll slap that on the wall. The first thing that I'll do is I'll just practice drawing and getting my sights on that black dot. I want my front sights to be lined up, like, you know, sight aligned, and then I want my sight picture to be perfect every time, or as close as I can to perfect. So I've got that black dot in front of me, pretty close. Pretty close. Pretty close. So this is something that you can absolutely do for free. It costs nothing but time. So that one felt pretty smooth, minus a little bit of a tangle up here. Another thing that you can do is you can practice. You can take another sticky note and maybe put them, I would say, 3 feet apart. Whatever it would be if maybe, you know, 2 threats were approaching you standing side by side. So maybe one person's here, maybe the other person's head is about 3 feet to the side, right? The shoulder distance, 2 people standing shoulder to shoulder. So take a sticky note with a black circle on it, maybe the size of a dime or so. Put that over here, measure 2 to 3 feet, put another sticky note on the wall. Boom, 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 boom. All right, so the first step that you can do is you can draw, present, and then move over. A secondary drill that you can do is simply present, move. And then a third drill that you can do is just get on target and then move, and then move, and then move, and then move. And go back and forth between those 2 dots and make sure that your sight alignment stays aligned and your sight picture remains on target. Now, if anyone ever tells you that when you present you need to bring it back in before you push out again, in my opinion, the only time you need to do that is if you're making a drastic change in direction, where you're turning, I would say, 45, 90 degrees or more. If there are 2 threats standing 2 to 3 feet apart, there's no need to do this number. There's just not. Boom, boom. All right, now on to the fun stuff. We're gonna be talking about reloads. So there's basically only 2 kinds of reloads that you need to know how to do. And one is considered called a tactical reload, which is where you don't have an empty magazine and you're just maybe low on ammo and you're gonna replace that magazine with a full magazine. So we're gonna go over that one first because it'll probably happen more often and you just wanna get good at it regardless of if you're at the range or if you're in a, you know, active shooter scenario, something like that. So all you're gonna be doing is you've got your firearm. In this case, we have 2 rounds left. You're gonna draw your fresh mag first. You've got it here ready to insert into the gun. you're going to hit your magazine release, catch it in your hand, load the next magazine, and retain your old magazine. So basically the only difference between a tactical reload and a speed reload is the tactical reload you are retaining the old magazine. A speed reload is just like that, right? So I'll go ahead and practice this. So we're out, we're gonna do a tactical reload, retain, boom. All right, now in this case, I'll do it again because in a scenario like this, you're probably going to reload and you're just gonna go back to the ready. You're probably not gonna present back out. All right, so let's go over the tactical reload. We're gonna bring it up into our workspace here. We're gonna grab the fresh mag first. We're going to pop this old mag out into our hand, reload, and retain. Now, if you noticed, I brought this up here. If my threats are in this area, I don't wanna be fumbling around down here where I can't even see what's going on. If any of you guys who are watching this have kids and maybe you've taken them to the park or whatever the case is, you'll know that if you take your eyes away for 1 second, they can be gone, all right? They can run 20 feet in 1 second, especially 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, right? So imagine what a threat could do with a firearm, and you don't want to run into that scenario. So I bring it up right here, boom, you can keep eyes on the whole time, and we're good to go. So that's all there is to a tactical reload. I'll do it one more time facing the camera so you guys can see. We're right here, bring it up, fresh mag, right? And that actually worked better than I expected because I was actually looking at the camera and not the gun. Retain, and we're good to go. That is a tactical reload. And what you'll notice is that reload was still decently fast. It will be effective in a tactical reload situation. And I'm working with jeans pockets and untucked shirts and all kinds of stuff like that. So this is definitely something you can practice at home in your free time. Doesn't require any live ammunition or range time or anything like that. All right, so now let's move on to the fun stuff, the empty gun reload. And this is what you guys all want to do. You're shooting, gun goes dry. You need to quickly get back in the fight. So in this scenario, your magazine runs out, the slide locks back. You're going to grab your fresh magazine, drop the old one out, insert it, and if you have a slide release, sometimes you can hit that one. This one I don't really like to use. It doesn't work that great. You have to push really hard. Ones like 1911 are going to work really well. But for this one, I just do the kind of tap, rack, bang sort of thing where I reach over the top and I rack it. So let's go ahead and try it out. So gun's dry, bring it up into my workspace at the same time. It's microphone cord. So gun goes up, grab the mag, drop the old one out, insert the new one, reach over the top, and I'm good to go, right? We'll try it again, and I'll try and speed it up just a little bit. And this is good practice for me being in my civilian clothes without mag pouches right here where I can just, I have to actually lift up my shirt and pull the magazine out. So gun goes dry. All right, we'll try it one more time. And the reason why I'm doing this is I want you to be aware of the fact that if you're carrying a spare magazine on you, you're probably gonna have to lift up your shirt to access that magazine. It's not gonna be as quick as when you're at the range and you've got all of your mags nicely placed in a holster right in front of you where you can just quickly pop them in. I want you to run through and run into those issues at home in a safe environment with no ammo, with no threats, so that you can be good at it when there is, if the situation does arise where there is a threat. All right, gun goes dry. All right, and the reason why I'm presenting right out afterwards is that's the whole reason I am doing a speed reload. My gun went dry and I still need to use my weapon, so I need to get the fresh mag in as quickly as possible and get it back out on target so I can re-engage or be ready to re-engage with that threat. All right guys, I hope this video was helpful for you. I hope it gets you up and running quickly, and if you want to learn more, and I have a full pistol course on the website. We run and gun, we do patrols, we do ambushes, we do room clearing, all that fun stuff. So definitely check that out once you're done with this 101 introductory course. And please practice, practice, practice. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next video.